Hello, everybody. Here we are again with some Ninja Gaiden 4 news. Team Ninja decided to post the Dark Dragon Descendant costume. It's the pre-order costume for Yakumo. This one is not deluxe or anything. If you just pre-order the game, you get this costume. And yeah, they posted a 54-second video, which I'm sure I'll turn into an hour somehow by yapping too much. But yeah, let's get into this. This thing is awesome looking. The design on it is just fantastic. I actually like it. I don't think I prefer it over his original one because, his original was Ninja Ninja. It's like this one is like a shrine ninja type of deal. It's kind of cool, but yeah, the greaves just extremely just detailed. It's so good. All the belts have like 4 belts on it. The symbol in front of it, the straps, amazing. They have all 3 kunais on each sides too. Is the ink or flame, the black flame effect on his wrists and his elbows is just fantastic. The straps on his chest going all the way to his back is very traditional too. And of course, he has his scarf because his scarf is attached to his effects and just him as a character for the most part. You see it in a bit. But yeah, it's just looks beautiful so far. Idle animations, which I cannot express how much I appreciate idle animations because I'm tired of Ryu stand like he needs to go to the bathroom like really bad with his like arms like apart by so it's like the new walking running and the fact that we have actual like idle animations are cool. I know his kunai just went somewhere it's not supposed to, but yeah, he did like nothing goes back there. But again, this is all custom, so it makes sense. But yeah, the spine design on his back too, and the peacock's triple tails. It's just middle one's different too, actually, than the other two. They're all diamonds, but this one actually is like a straight diamond that goes up. But yeah, it's just fantastic detail. Again, I'm not big on white costumes, so probably not gonna equip this too many, but I will definitely pick it up a few times. And then some other cool thing that just pops up is, bam, he has a Blood Raven form idle stance. And can I just point out 2 things? One being his scarf now just floats around him all edgy. And the fact that the scarf wing is actually a unique color because of the costume too. It's like has like white feathers instead of just black feathers. And yeah, the weapon skin's not there. This is just a costume showcase. So I wonder if they're going to do like more videos on like weapon skins too. And yeah, the blade itself in Blood Raven form. This is his dual blades in Blood Raven, which turns into a single long blade. It almost has a Naginata curve to it, but yeah, it's a long blade. Yeah, the feathers, the crow feathers, has like 7 feathers here. They're all glowing red too. The blade itself is glowing red. Blood Raven, of course. Little jet stream stam in there. It looks fantastic, and you have a idle form for his Blood Raven too. And look at his fingers. He's so edgy. I like him. I miss edgy characters. I'm tired of all this like new goody two shoe crap. And then straight into Azure Swallow, into all this. I will pause. I will let it play out, and I'll pause after it's done to go through it a little bit. OT into this, which is going to talk about big time. And then second clip. Now, misclicked. Let's break this part down bit by bit. So it starts off with Azure Swallow. It's the triple flying swallow. The dual blade had it in 3. Dragon Sword fully upgraded had it in 2. But yeah, he does it twice. He does fly Azure Swallow twice. And on the third one, he just says, nah. Blood Raven starts charging midair. I think he armors through this attack. By the way, very Jetstream sound like if you played Metal Gear Rising's DLC. Yeah, the charge animation, the charge effects, and the slash effects, and even the rotation. Look at this rotation. Ring. That rotation is literally Jetstream sounds. The way it spins around, and it's literally his like animations and stuff. So it's cool. Yakumo is definitely a platinum byproduct of Raiden and Jetstream Sam combined into a character, which fits because they're cyber ninjas, right? So what better way to implement them into a game That's also futuristic and a little cybernetic. So cool. Yeah, seems to have armor through this attack by this guy, but yeah, we don't know that. He might have whiffed, but yeah, the fact that he's charging mid-air, losing no elevation, and actually just just chilling up there, doing attacks, effective attacks, moving forwards a little bit too. Delim into OT, another wing path into Azure Swallow, wind path, boom, boom, and back to charge. Same sequence, pretty much the same move too. Back to OT. Now this. If you guys have played the Kusarigama in 3, you know that Kusarigama can manually delim. And this is kind of what I'm guessing we're seeing here. Because as soon as he attacks, this guy loses both of his legs. And he's on the floor, and then Yakumo is stabbing him on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and goes into OT finisher. So yeah, this might be a like a actually really cool thing to do with the dual biz. You can maybe delim manually like the Kusarigama in 3. And then this sequence. Again, I'll let it play out, then I'll go through it bit by bit. Gets attacked, dashes out of that. Boom, boom, he dashes out of that. Combining dodge and dash. And that text at the end, which we'll touch on. But yeah. Immediately after the OT finishes here, different scene. We're going to a completely different scene and setting. And he charges. There's no essence in sight. So this is a manual charge. And the reason why I say that is because this right here, the guy has already initiated an attack that takes a long time to charge, right? So that means he was probably holding triangle for a solid minute. Now, I don't know if this is level 2 or level 3. Red glow is usually level 3. And only Ninja Gaiden 3 had it. And orange is level 2 and blue is level 1. So this looks like a level 3. However, I'm not sure. This is speculation. I don't know how many levels they are to UTs in this game. And these guys are the stronger enemy types we've seen out of all the soldier, foot ninjas and all that. Yeah, all the foot samurai, I guess in this case. The cyber samurais. Attacks, guard break, flying swallow, wind path, flying swallow, insta-kill. Execution mission completed. Which is insane. But yeah. UT seems to be 3 levels again. That's a speculation. As soon as the animation ends for the UT, you see the warning pop up. That means when you go back to neutral, and maybe even slightly before you go back to neutral, the game gives you indication that, hey, be careful. Someone's trying to come on screen with a super attack. Which in this case, he makes the wrong move. Dashes backwards into the attack. Goes back in to attack the body. And this guy slashes him. He gets hit, but look at this. Boom, dodge cancel that recovery animation. Which is extremely cool because that's Ninja Gaiden 3 like. In Ninja Gaiden 3's movement, recovery, and blocking recovery and all that, it's just the best in the series. It's so fun moving in that game. It has the best movement, and I would argue the best combat Ryu possesses. Sadly, the enemies don't let you do too much combat. They hate combat. They don't like you doing any combat, so you kind of have to pick your moments. But yeah, 4 seems to be doing best of both worlds. They're probably combining the best aspects of 3 and 2, because 2 is universally the best Ninja Gaiden, and Razor's Edge was like the best Ryu, period. Like Ryu in that game feels amazing. Like top 3 hack and slash characters ever to exist. Like he feels amazing in that game. And there's no comparison sake. Like there's nothing I can compare Ryu to. Ryu's so unique in Ninja Gaiden 3 that I cannot compare it to like Dante, Virgil, Bayo, Wolverine. Like nothing. It's just like he just plays very uniquely. It's amazing. So the fact that they're doing best of both worlds means this game is very well going to be fun to play all the time. You're not going to be frustrated too much. Although there might be some enemies still that might just make your day hell by some nonsense they possess. Maybe the super armor grab you instantly and stuff. You know, we all hate the Vangels in 3 and even in 2. They have those tendencies. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. But yeah, recovery animation out of an attack immediately. You just dash out of it. Boom, attack. Blood Raven. The enemy dodges the second Blood Raven. Goes into a super move. But because Blood Raven attacks can disrupt super moves, which is why you get the warning. So like, hey, you can watch out. You can do something about this. And he does. He charges it. Long range hit. Armor breaks. Wind path. Essence got absorbed too. and insta-kill. This guy, as far as I know, did not get much damage on him during the whole battle. He doesn't look like his armor is bloody or anything either. I mean, he just got his head cut off, but different deal. And he insta-kills based on the guard break. So it makes me think this is like a Steel on Bone successor. Because the way he trips is the same way that if you dash into Steel on Bone, the enemies trying to do red attacks in 3, they trip backwards, and then you insta-kill them with Steel on Bone. But being able to insta-kill with a fucking flying swallow is extremely broken because it's so much faster and you cover so much space with it. So this, by all means, is an improvement of a Steel on Bone mechanic, which is like, yep, insta-kill mechanic because you did something correctly. In 3, you don't do much. You just pick you literally pick your moments. And in this one, it seems like, okay, you see something coming, you react to it, you deal with it, and then you get rid of that threat completely. Maybe with these are not base tiers, so I assume maybe it works on every tier enemy. You can probably delimb certain enemies that have multiple phases, maybe even some bosses. But this is a high tier enemy. This is probably a tier 2 basic enemy. This is not your average thing you deal with. So it's cool that you can insta-kill these guys. But again, I'm not sure how much this fight was going on. Maybe this guy was very damaged. That's why he got one-shotted. But moving on from that, because it's entering speculation territory. Costume in action looks awesome. It's a little sad there's no blood effect on it, but maybe they'll add that later. It's not like covered in blood and stuff. It would be cool, like, white cloth being covered in blood would be just beautiful to look at. But the main show over here, execution mission complete. Now, this might be like a secret mission, like in DMC, or even secret missions in like Ninja Gaiden 3, like the Crystal Skulls, or the Ninja Trials from 1. And Ninja Gaiden 1 had Ninja Trials where you go in there to kill 100 enemies and stuff like that, right? This might be that type of thing. Maybe this is the game's method to train you against certain enemies, because you only fight these 2 super enemies, right? Maybe the game is like training you against these guys. Or maybe it is just a training mode. So like, hey, we're going to put 2 of these guys, figure out how to deal with it. Maybe this is just a training stage. But yeah, this is definitely the game's way of teaching you how to deal with certain enemies. So you can expect at later stages, whatever this might be, Crystal Skull, Scarab, Hidden, whatever it can be. This is gonna get a little irritating. There might be objectives like, hey, don't get hit. Like, hey, don't use UTs, don't use OTs, don't delimb. We don't know. Throw enemies off the cliff with fucking guillotine throw. Like, we don't know. But yeah, cool idea. I always love this. So this is gonna be cool. But that is pretty much it for this. It is 50 seconds. 54 seconds. We'll take the 4 seconds off this. It is a 50-second clip that just showcases. Now, I want to talk about something else. It's more of a question on you guys' part. I want to see if you guys want me to cover these clips, these short clips they might release about each individual costume or each individual weapon skin, if they decide to do it on their Twitter again. Or do you want me to just do a super video? Because I'm not against doing another like hour-long video covering every single clip, and I still might do it regardless of the answer, but I think it's nice for people to have all the information in one space rather than to click on like 40 different videos. So, I might just cover everything separately after covering them single. And entering a grain of salt area of information, I saw a comment that said on Twitter that the community manager for Ninja Gaiden said that you can toggle off the time slowdown on dodges. And so that is an amazing feature. Giving people the option to toggle off the time slowdown is amazing, because Ninja Gaiden fans are not usually, or the players, not fans, I should say, the players that have played Ninja Gaiden they don't like their handhold, right? They don't need time slowdowns. They don't need for you to get refocused and stuff. But this game, modernizing hack and slash game, because your average player is not good at a hack and slash player. That's why a lot of people opt to Souls-like and lesser stuff, because less mechanics and way less things to handle, so you can master it faster and feel good about it. So this game already has the vantage point thing with Yakumo, where you can iframe yourself on your sword and up high ground and just come down with an attack. the slowdowns is also another touch on. And it's like, hey, we give you a little breathing room. It also happens on perfect blocks. When you perfect block, the game slows down, so it gives you a little time to look around. So the fact that you have the option to toggle this off, it's really good, giving the player the choice of, like, hey, do you want to play old school Ninja Gaiden where it's just non-stop action, it's ruthless, you don't get breathing time, you just have to be on your feet all the time? Or do you want to play a little bit toned down Ninja Gaiden where, little breathing room is not bad. At being able to, take in your surroundings a little bit in mid-combat is not a bad idea. As long as it doesn't have witch time where, the game just completely freezes 5 seconds. I don't dislike that mechanic, it's just I don't want to see it in Ninja Gaiden. Matter of fact, I don't want to see it in any other game besides Bayonetta, to be honest. But yeah, looking at you, Kratos. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, take that information with a grain of salt because it was a Twitter comment, but the thread came from a very reliable source, which is it's like a very dedicated player for the franchise. So I will not think they would spread misinformation on this topic. So yeah, I can't wait to talk more about this game. So if I see any more clips, I will 100% cover it, but I will most likely do a super video as well. So catch you guys next time and have a good day.